All right, we're doing another live stream lesson with Level 1 workbook. Welcome back if you are returning here. Today is going to be another beginner lesson, and we're going to be looking at buta and gaji, these two particles here, which are used to talk about times in Korean. So last week we looked at e서 and gaji, talk about two places, going from one place to another place. Today we're going to be looking at buta and gaji, which is to talk about times, from one time to another time. That's what we will be doing today on page 110. Alright, so we have two new particles to learn. These are used specifically to talk about times. The first one is buta, which is the from particle. And the second is gaji, which is the until particle. So you can use these two particles, attach them to some time nouns to talk about a span of time. Okay, so the first exercise we have is to make sentences using buta and gaji, using the times and the verb provided. So we've been giving some vocab and we have to make a sentence. The first one's been done for us. I don't know if you can read it though. I'm not going to write it out. So we have yososhi. Remember that in Korean, the numbers 6 is yosot and 7 is ilgop. Remember these numbers from the numbers chapter. So yososhi buta means from 6 o'clock. This shi here is the marker signifying hour or o'clock. So 6 shi or yosot shi is 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock buta is from 6 o'clock. And then we have ilgop shigaji, which means until 7 o'clock. Highlight these little in some colors so you can see them. So yososhi buta, ilgop shigaji, from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, she does this action, which is yori hata, which is to cook. You can see from the picture. And in the present tense, it becomes yori heyo. So the sentence means, I cook from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. All right. So now let's do this next one. This next one has not been provided, so let's have a look. We've given 2 times. First, let's see what these 2 times are. We have 아침, 6시. 아침. This word 아침 means morning. And you can use it when talking about times. Just like in English, you can say at 6 in the morning, you know, things like that. So 아침 6시 is at 6 in the morning, or just 6 in the morning. And then we have 6시 반. Now this 반 here on the end is really common. That's kind of like saying 6:30. So in Korean, you can add 반 to the names to say 6:30. Literally, 반 means half. So 6시 반, 6시 반 means 6 and a half, literally, or 6:30. So 아침 6시 buta, from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6시 반까지. So we have our 2 particles, right? Our from particle is buta, from this time. Our until particle is 까지, until this time. She does 산책해요. 산책하다. 산책하다 means to walk, to go for a walk. Literally, I learned this by seeing it as mountain book. I don't know if that's useful to anyone watching. That's how I learned to memorize this word. But 산책해요 means I go for a walk. 안녕하세요. Hello. So yeah, 6시 반 is 6:30. So this is 6 in the morning. And this is 6:30. 반 literally means half. You can use pan in all sorts of situations. You can even order something. You can say pan pan, I want half of this and half of that. You can get like pizza, pan pan, like half of the pizza one way and half pizza another way. All right. C. What are these two words we have now? We have pam, and then this number 10. 10 in Korean is 열. 10 in Korean is 열. So 10시 is 10 o'clock, and pam is night. So this means 10 o'clock at night. 10 o'clock at night is pam 10시. And we have 아침, and we have 7시. So this means 7 in the morning. She or he 잠을 자다. 잠을 자다 means to sleep, So how would we say I sleep from 10 o'clock at night to 7 a.m. in the morning? Well, we need our two new particles, right? So let's make this sentence. 밤 10시부터 means from 10 o'clock at night. And then 7시까지 till 7 a.m., till 7 o'clock. Oh, I missed 아침. 아침 goes in here. 아침 7시까지 잠을 자요. I sleep. So you can change these times to any time that you want to talk about, how long you sleep for, when you go to bed and when you wake up. All right, let's look at D. We have two nouns. Now I'm going to ask you guys if you remember what these nouns are. The first one is 금요일. 금요일. Does anyone know what this word is? What this means? Hint, it's one of the days of the week. One of the days of the week, Friday, eels, perfect. That means Friday. And what about this? 일요일. 일요일, Ursa, yes, it's Sunday. Sunday is 일요일, Friday is 금요일. So how would you say, I'm going to go camping, or I'm going camping from Friday until Sunday? We're going to use our particles. First, we start with the from part. So, 금요일부터 means from Friday. 일요일까지 means until Sunday. From Friday until Sunday, I'm going to do this, camping하다, which is just the word for camping. Camping, you can say 해요, camping할 거예요. You can use it. You can do a couple things here, but I'm just gonna keep it simple. Oh, wait, hang on. It says past tense. Past tense. So we need to make this into the past tense. Häss. Oh, excuse my spelling there. Camping 했어요. Yes, eels, beautiful. Evrim, question. 일 means day. Yes. 일 means, or technically, 일 can mean day. Also, 요일 together means day of the week. 요일 is a day of the week. 일 by itself can also mean day, but 일 has a couple different meanings. 일 can mean the number 1, it can mean work, it can mean thing, it can mean day. So 일 by itself has a lot of different meanings, depending on the context. All right, and lucky last, yeah, sure, no worries. Lucky last, we have this sentence here. Now, this one involves some dates. So the first one, we have this 6월, which is literally 6 month. So in English, confusingly, we have all these different names for months. 6월 in Korean is literally just the 6th month, which is, January, February, March, April, May, June. June is the 6th month. And then we have here the 5th day. So this is June 5th to June 17th is how you'd say that in Korean. Now, you have to say the full thing. I'm going to write it out so that you can read it. 6월 5일 buto. And again, to refresh on numbers, be sure to just go back and check the number chapter that we had earlier in this book. 6월 5일부터, and then we have 6월, and then 17, we have to have the number 10 plus 7. So 10 is ship, is it ship? And then 7 is chill. Now, notice here that this 7 chill is the other number system. So when you're talking about hours of the day, you use the native Korean number, which is 일곱. But when you're talking about days of the month, you use the Sino-Korean number, the Chinese-derived number, 칠. So Korean has these two different number systems. One is native Korean and one is pure Sino-Korean. And they're used for different things. So be careful about that. 17일, 17일, no. 7일 is the 17th. And then 까지 means until. And then we're going to have this verb, 여행하다, in the future tense, which is 여행할 거예요. I will go traveling from June 5th to June 17th, is what that means. All right, so you get the idea. You don't have to know all of this stuff off by heart. The main thing is to just practice these two particles. The buto particle shows from what time, and the 까지 particle shows until what time that you do some action. Okay, let's do a summary with some multiple choice questions. The first one is, so multiple choice questions, select the correct answer to the following multiple choice questions. A, the buto and 까지 particles are attached to show a range of, is it 1 time or 2 distance? So this, if you've been watching, should be pretty clear. It is time, right? 부터 and 까지 are used to show spans of time. Ursa, yes, good job. B, the 에서 and 까지 particles are attached to show a range of 1 time or 2 distance. So we had these particles in the previous chapter. If you were here last week, you know that these particles show a span of distance. Yes, good job. C, which particle do you attach to say that an action occurs from some time? So which one is it? If you're talking about from some time you're doing something, which particle do you use? Yes, number 3, good job. You use 부터. D, which particle do you attach to say an action occurs until some time? Which one do you use? Which particle is the until particle? Eels, yes. BTS. All right. 까지, good job. 4. All right. Good work. So we have 2 particles, right? The buto particle is the from particle, and the 까지 particle is the until particle. E, places and times both use 까지 to mean to or until. Is that true or false? They both use 까지. It's the same particle when you're talking about times and distances. Yes, it is true. They both use 까지. What about this one? Places and times both use buto to mean from. Is that true or false? So we know they both use 까지 to mean until, right? Yeah, this one is false. So it's a little bit confusing because there's different particles for the from particle, but they use the same particle for the until particle. It's a little tricky, but you just kind of have to remember that. All right. G, sentences involving 까지 must also include either buto or 에서. So if you're talking about until something, do you have to include one of these particles? Is it required in your sentence? We touched on this in the previous chapter as well. The answer here is false. It's not 100% required. You very often do, and you are most welcome to include the from particles, but it's very possible and natural to have sentences where you're only using one or the other. And I think we're going to practice some of those in the next page as well. All right, so let's do some practice with some full sentences. We're going to use some full sentences that use buto and 까지. Let me just highlight them in these sentences. 부터, 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 부터. And we have 까지, 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 까지. Where can I buy this book? This book is available on TikTok Shop. It's available on Amazon. And you can also buy it on our website. All right. Number 3, given the Korean sentences, write an equivalent English expression. A. 1시부터 2시까지 한국어를 공부해요. So we've got 2 times, 1시 and 2시, and we have this action, 한국어를 공부해요. So see if you can figure out what this means. The title of the book is the Level 1 Workbook. The Level 1 Workbook, there's a link to it in our bio if you want to find it directly. BTS, perfect. Yes, this means I study Korean from, I'm just going to write this shorthand because it's easier, from 1 to 2. Thank you, Naja. Yes, the Level 4 one is out today, which we're really excited about. So check that out if you're ready for Level 4. So I study Korean from 1 to 2. Number 1, so 1 to 2, 1시부터 1 o'clock until 2 o'clock, I do 한국어를 공부해요. This is literally Korean I study. So from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, Korean I study. B. This is 6시부터 7시까지 저녁을 만들어요. So we had these 2 times on the previous page, right? If you remember, this means from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, I do 저녁을 만들어요. Yes, Sabiha, beautiful. I make dinner from 6 to 7. Well, you could say I cook dinner. That making of the dinner can involve cooking as well, right? There's a couple of different ways you could translate that. So I make, you could even say I prepare, I make/cook dinner from 6 to 7. All right. C. 아침부터 저녁까지 책을 읽었어요. How do you read sentences so easily? It takes me ages to understand. It takes time, honestly. Just time and practice. I've been doing this for a few years. Wouldn't cook be 요리해요? Yes, literally 만들어요 is to make and 요리해요 is to cook. But there is overlap in how they're used, just like how in English you can say, oh, I made dinner last night, or I cooked dinner last night. It's kind of the same thing. So, yeah. All right. 아침부터. So, 아침 means morning. So, from the morning, 저녁 means evening, or, evening. So, until the evening, 책을 읽었어요. Book name, please. This is the Level 1 book, Level 1 workbook. This is what the cover looks like. If you want to screenshot it, you can find it later. It is linked in this live stream. It is on Amazon. It is on our website. But yes, I saw someone say this one. This means from the morning till evening, I read books. Now notice that this is in the past tense, right? This 읽었어요 signifies the past tense. So confusingly in English, those 2 sentences are the same. I read or read books, but it's I read books from morning till night. I've definitely have morning till evening is also fine. 저녁 and 밤. 저녁 literally is evening and 밤 literally is night. But I feel like a more natural expression in English is morning till night. I think that's kind of a set expression in English. It's probably more natural to say. But you could do morning till evening as well. That's totally fine. Yes, I read books from morning till evening, or I read books from morning till night. Read. It is the past tense. D. All right. 월요일부터 금요일까지 일해요. All right. Georgina, beautiful, good work. So, 월요일, this is another day of the week. It is Monday. So, from Monday, 금요일 is Friday. So, from Monday till Friday, I do 일해요. 일해요 means I work. So, I work from Monday to Friday. All right, beautiful. Now let's do section 4. Here we're going to combine in a new grammar form. This is going to combine in the air particle. So the air particle is a particle that used to show and indicate time. So it's kind of related to this whole theme of times in this chapter. And here we're going to go from English into Korean. So we're going to translate this sentence into Korean. It was, I was at school from 9 until 3. So this one's tricky because it also uses this was at part. Now we learnt this earlier. To be at some place is 에 있어요. 에 있어요. Oh, so this is actually the 에 verb meaning of 에, meaning to be at some place or something like that. Now this is not the time meaning of 에, but anyway, 에 있어요 means to be at some place. And it's also in the past tense, something that's extra tricky. So this is a tricky one. So we'll start with the times first. From 9 until 3, we know what those are. We have this one, 부터. This is 9시부터 3시까지. Oh, I wrote this one in numbers, but this one in letters. But anyway, you know what I mean. 9시부터 3시까지 is from 9 till 3. And then was at school. To be at school is 학교에 있다. But this is in the past tense, so we got to add this past tense marker, 있었어요. So the full sentence is 9시부터 3시까지 학교에 있었어요. I was at school from 9 until 3. That one's a little tricky. Let's look at this next one. B. I'm at school from Monday to Friday. We had these 2 days earlier, so you know how to say that. Just right up here. Monday is 월요일. 월요일부터 is from Monday. 금요일까지 is until Friday. I'm at school. So this is very similar to the one before, right? But just take out the past tense. So it's just 있어요. 있어요. Do I go live every day? No, I only go live Mondays and Tuesdays. BTS, beautiful, good job. 월요일부터 금요일까지 학교에 있어요. C. I'm at the office from Monday to Thursday. I'm at the office from Monday to Thursday. Monday is 월요일 again. 월요일부터 is from Monday. Thursday. Have a think if you know what Thursday is in Korean. Oh yes, Felicia, beautiful. It is 목요일. 목요일 is Thursday. And then we can add our 까지 particle to mean until Thursday. I'll highlight these guys so you can see them more easily. 월요일부터 목요일까지. From Monday to Thursday, I'm at the office. There's a couple different ways you can say office. Let's use 회사 today. 회사에 있어요. 에 있어요. This is this part about meaning being at some place. Be at some place is 에 있어요. At. Or in, which we'll see in these next ones as well. 회사에 있어요. All right. Is your book available in Korea? I don't think it's very easily available in Korea. Your best shot might be trying to just get the PDF and like printing it there. We do ship internationally, but shipping costs can be expensive, so I'd look into that. D. I will live in America until 2024. So this right away should indicate this is the future tense. We've got to make a sentence in the future tense. And notice that we here only have place for the until particle. There is no from time, right? They're not saying I'm going to live in Korea, live in America from 2021 to 2024. It's just I will live in America until that time. So in this one, we're only going to have the gaji particle. All right. So 2024, 년. 년 indicates the year. So, and if you want to know how to say this, you have to use your long Korean numbers. That would be 2024년, I believe. Again, you can check those numbers later if you want to. So, but we're going to use our gaji, meaning until 2024. Felicia, yes, good job. BTS, perfect. 년까지. Now the verb to live is 살다. Oh, wait, before that, put our place. 미국에 means in America. 미국 is America. And then we have this 에 particle to be in some place. 미국에. 살다 is the verb meaning to live. And when it goes in the future tense, it becomes 살 거예요. 살 거예요 is I will live in America until 2024. Funny how if you read it backwards, it works perfectly. I will live in America until the year 2024. It's funny. Anyway, so we have our air particle there, and we have the gaji particle. E, the last one here, I will live in Korea this time from 2024 onwards. From 2024 onwards. Think about that, what that means, how you might do that in Korean. So we have the tools to do this. If you can sort of put the pieces together. Let's have a look. So from the year 2024 onwards, it's the same year, 2024, 2024년. 년 means year. And now, this time onwards, that means 부터, right? 부터 means from some time. So here, we use 부터. Grab, beautiful, beautiful, yes. 2024년부터 Korea is 한국. In Korea is 한국에. And then I will live is 살 거예요. All right. Good job, everyone. Felicia, yes. BTS, perfect. All right. Now, in this last one, number 5, we're going to combine in another new particle. This new particle is 못. 못 is from earlier in this book, and that's used to talk about things that you can't do. Things that you cannot do. And you place 못 before the verb, and that means you can't do that verb. So let's look at this exercise. Write sentences using 부터 and gaji that also use 못. A, I won't be able to go home until 5. Does it matter if it's 대한민국 or 한국? It's a good question, Gab. So 대한민국 is literally more like if you're saying I think it's the Republic of Korea or the the full name of Korea. And I believe 대한민국, is that just South Korea or does that include North Korea as well? I'm not 100% sure on that. 대한민국 might include both. Hanguk is what we think of South Korea. And I think Daehanmanguk can be just South Korea as well, but it's like the more formal full name for it. Kind of like how you might say the US versus like the United States of America kind of thing. All right. So anyway, 부터까지 and 못. A, I won't be able to go home until 5. So we have our until particle here. Let's talk about 5 o'clock, until 5 o'clock. So that means 5시, or 5 is 다섯. 5시 까지 is until, right? 5시까지. And then to go home, this is using grammar that we've learned earlier in this book. To go home, first you start with the place. 집 is the place, meaning home. And to that place is 에 가다. 집에 가다 means to go to this place. But we also need to add our 못 here. Because we're trying to say that I won't be able to. Won't be able to is 못. So 5시까지 집에 못. And then I think this looks like it's in the future tense. I won't be able to. So to put this in the future tense, we add our 올 것이다 form. 올 거예요. 갈 거예요. 못 갈 거예요 means I won't be able to go. 5시까지 집에 못 갈 거예요. I won't be able to go home until 5. All right. B, I couldn't eat food from 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. So they're doing an overnight fast, I suppose, or just, anyway, it's just a practice exercise. I couldn't eat food from 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. So we've been given the nouns for this, a.m. and p.m. below. A.m. is 오전 and p.m. is 오후. Now note that in Korean they go before the time. So in English we say 7 a.m. we put it afterwards, but in Korean it goes first. So 7 p.m. is 오후 7시. So from 7 p.m. You don't 오후 7시 오후 7시부터 from 7 p.m. That's my bu터. My green is 까지. 오후 7시부터 8 a.m. is 오전 7시. 8시. 8시 is 8 o'clock. 까지 meaning until. And then this last part, I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat. Now, the verb to eat is 먹어요. 먹어요 is to eat. So how do you say I couldn't eat? That's where we use 못. 못 먹어요 is I couldn't eat. And I should probably add an object in here, but I'm lacking space. 음식을, that's food. 못 먹어요. I couldn't eat it. From 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. It's a kind of a long sentence. Oh, and it's past tense. BTS, good job. 먹었. These are tricky sentences. 먹었어요. Okay. C. I can't meet my friend until Friday. Until Friday. That is using our 까지 particle. And the word for Friday is 금요일. 금요일까지 means until Friday. 금요일까지. Until Friday, I couldn't meet my friend. So here, we've got the we're going to have to use the noun for friend in Korean, which is 친구. Now, which particle do we add here? Well, it depends on the action verb. The action verb is meet, right? So here we need the object particle because meet is an action verb. 금요일까지 친구를 못, I couldn't, friend couldn't, or can't, I guess in this sentence, 만나요. 만나요 is the verb to meet somebody. 금요일까지 친구를 못 만나요. Do you ship to the UK? We do, but to avoid shipping costs, I recommend you check out the Amazon UK store and you get it from there. Can we use 수 없어요 for the sentence? Yes. Now, you can use 수 없어요 instead of 못. They are very similar in meaning. To do that, you would just say 금요일까지 친구를 만날 수 없어요. Yeah, totally fine. Means the same thing. All right. D. I can't exercise from Monday onwards. From Monday onwards, that's going to be our 부터 particle, right? From when? From Monday. Monday is 월요일. So 월요일부터 means from Monday. Now, how do you say I can't exercise? Well, the verb to exercise, if you can remember it, is 운동하다. 운동하다 is to exercise. But be careful of this one because it's a separable 하다 verb. That means it contains a noun, 운동, meaning exercise, and 하다, meaning to do. And when you have a separable 하다 verb, the 못 has to go in the middle. So 월요일부터 운동 못 해요, or in this case, it looks like it's the future tense. 못 할 거예요. 월요일부터 운동 못 할 거예요. Or just 운동 못 해요. It's actually, is it future tense or present tense? 월요일부터 운동 못 해요. Either is fine, I think. 해요 might even be slightly better. But yeah, both are good. And BTS using 하지 못해요. Yes, that also is very correct. Good job. That's just using the slightly more formal form of 못, more written form of 못, which is the 지 못하다 form. But that means also the same thing. It's a good sentence. Good job. All right. And lucky last, E. I can't go traveling from June to August. All right. June here is 6월. 6월 is June. August is 8월. 8월 is August. So from June is 6월부터. To August is 8월까지. Get our little color codings in here. There's a lot going on in these sentences, so I figure some color coding might help just to kind of help you see everything that's going on. What book is this? This book is the Level 1 workbook. This is the cover. Weird question, but what pen are you using? I got these from Target. It's just Energel Liquid Gel Ink Pen. It's like the purple color. I like it though. It does write very smooth, so it's a nice pen. What does formal mean? Formal just means it's a little bit, I don't know, how do you describe formal? More appropriate in more official settings, places and times where you want to be less casual, more used in writing, things like that. So 6월부터 means from June, 8월까지 means to August. Can I buy this in coupon? I don't believe so, I'm afraid. Gab, good job. Yes, looks great. And then this last part, I can't go traveling. So to go traveling here has been defined as 여행 가다. You can also use 여행 하다. The difference between those two is 여행 하다 is like to travel, And yoheng kada is to go traveling. See how that uses kada, meaning to go, plus yoheng, to go traveling. But you can use either. Yoheng. Now, yoheng kada is also a separable hada verb. So, yoheng mo karkoe. This mot again is to say that you can't do something. Yoheng kada is the action of going traveling, and you put the mot in the middle because it's a separable verb. 6월부터 8월까지 여행 못 갈 거예요. I think 6 is 6. It is. You are 100% correct. But the month of June is shortened to 6월. It's a little trick there. Same with October. So the number 10 in Korean obviously is ship, but October is always written 10월, or said and both said and written 10월, not 10월. But you're absolutely right. Yuk is 6. Why after yoheng you don't write That's optional. You absolutely can write after here, and that is perfectly fine. 6월부터 8월까지 여행을 못 갈 거예요 is a very good sentence. I've just dropped it because I'm lazy and I was running out of space. Yeah, sure. So this is all we're talking about on this chapter. So it was kind of a short lesson. We looked at these two particles, buta and 까지, to talk about spans of time. So talking about going from one time to another. And we practiced making some sentences using these particles in different ways, and ways you can combine it with other things as well. All right, so next time we're going to be learning another particle. This is a very important particle. Can you screenshot? Yes, absolutely. I'll leave it here for a second. The next lesson we're going to do is the 에서 particle, which is very, very important, used all the time. It's a little different from the 에서 particle that we learned before. It's used to talk about doing actions in places. So if you want to come back next week, we'll be doing another lesson using the 에서 particle or the location of action particle. So that'll be next Monday at the same time, 5 p.m. So pop in if you're curious about that. It is a very common particle that's a really good one to know. So yeah, when do I usually do lives? I do live streams at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Mondays and Tuesdays. On Mondays, I do level 1, and on Tuesdays, I do level 2. I don't see my level 2 book in my... Oh, there it is. Tuesdays, I do level 2. Also, just side note, today we published level 4. So there is level 3 and level 4 available if this is too easy for you. If you want a bit more of a challenge, or if you just want to get all the books at once so you can just work through them, we do have 4 available. Today we're using level 1, which is the most beginner lesson. But we were fairly far along. You can see we've made it all the way through this. So if you were a little lost at times or weren't sure what was going on, this is a good place to go back to the earlier lessons and work through from the beginning. And it's important to note that the back of the book does come with answers and lots of little tips and tricks as well. So if you're self-studying, it's a really good book to use for that. But yeah, there is also dictation and other exercises as well to practice listening and all those things as well. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys being here and all of that. So thank you guys. I'm happy to answer questions. So let me know if you have any questions. A couple people were asking about the book. This is the cover of the book. It's called the Level 1 Workbook. And if you prefer a digital copy, there are PDFs available. So that's good if you're working on a tablet or anything like that. You can also print the PDFs yourself if you don't want to buy a physical book. You can print the PDFs at home or at Staples or wherever you want. That's fine too. And then, yeah, check out our other books if you want more of a challenge. But level 4 came out today, so if you are looking to push yourself, check that out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing level 2 though, so it'll be a little bit more challenging, but yeah, come check it out. All right. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. Hope you have a wonderful Monday and a wonderful week, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Thank you, everybody.